Figure 8.15 increment.java and Figure 8.16 increment test.java. In this example, we wanted to discuss the concept of a final instance variable of your class. Now, when you create a final instance variable, you can initialize it directly in its declaration, or you can initialize it in the bodies of every constructor that you define for that class. So in this example, I chose not to perform the initialization in line 7 where I declared the variable, and instead I chose to do so in the one constructor for this class called increment, and it's going to receive the value that I'd like to use for an increment that I can add to a total and assign that value to my increment constant. Once I finish the constructor for the class, then the value cannot be changed again, and at that point it is now constant for the duration of the object of class increment that we create. So in our increment class, we're going to maintain another integer called total, which is not final, and basically we're going to allow you to add the increment to the total some number of times, and we'll do that from our test program in just a moment. Line 16 performs the addition. The add increment to total method simply takes your increment and adds it to the total, and the toString method at lines 22 through 25 returns a formatted string consisting of the word total, an equal sign, and the actual total value so far. Our test case is shown here in the main method of increment test.java. At line 8, we create one object of class increment and we initialize it with the value 5. Now, the benefit of the fact that Java allows you to initialize these variables via the constructor is that you can have different increment objects or different objects of whatever class it is that you have final instance variables in, and each one can be initialized with different values for those final variables. So in this case, we're going to increment by 5 at a time. We start out by outputting the string representation of the value object, and then we loop 3 times, calling the add increment to total method each time, so that we can just add that increment value to the total, and each time through the loop we display what increment number it is and what the total is after that point. So if I go and run this program, you can see that we were indeed able to increment by 5 at a time using our constant value.
Looking to advance your career by acquiring new skills? Tired of expensive off-site training programs? Wish you could learn from the best instructors in the industry? Look no further than live lessons. Self-paced, personal video instruction by the world's leading technology publishers. Each live lesson comes with a DVD featuring 3 to 4 hours of instructor-led classroom training, sample program code that allows you to work along with your personal instructor, and an example-rich study guide. Live lessons allow you to watch the entire course from start to finish, or navigate directly to any of the individual lessons. You'll literally watch over the shoulder of your instructor as he shows you how to build state-of-the-art applications. Live lessons, the power of the world's leading technology experts at your fingertips. To learn more, visit mylivelessons.com today.